What's up, guys? It's Andrew with StrengthWorks, and today we're going to be going over why your squat sucks. Because it's pretty bad. Now, the most common problem I think everyone sees with the squat is improper depth, and by that I mean squatting too shallow. People get this when they try to just bend at the knee and not allow for any forward lean. So depending on the body type, I find there are different cues that'll help you out. It's not a one fix for everybody. First thing I'd like to show you is just opening the hips more, and by doing this we're just going to turn our knees out and let them track over the toes, and what this will allow us to do is actually sink between our legs more than just running into our own leg. Now, some lifters are going to need to allow for more forward lean. Taller lifters or just the way you're built will actually determine this. A problem I think stemming from this issue is when people will come up on their toes near the bottom of a squat. I tend to see this happening when people exaggerate how much forward knee travel they have. And again, the way to fix this is to allow for a little bit more forward lean and just focus on putting more pressure near the back of your foot. Elevating the heels or wearing an Olympic lifting shoe can help. One of the second biggest things I notice, especially with newer lifters, is a timid descent speed or just being unconfident in the squat. You know, they'll smash all their warm-ups and then they'll get up to, say, I don't know, we'll say 315. And because the weight feels heavy on their back when they walk it out, the descent really suffers, and because of this, they don't get a good stretch reflex out the bottom, and the weight comes up a lot slower than it should. Now, the fix for this is just to treat every rep the same. You need to go into every single rep, and in my opinion, treat it like it's a meet attempt. You should walk it out with confidence, descend as fast as you normally would, and then the weight will come up a lot faster because you're taking advantage of your body's normal stretch reflex. What this will do is help you build confidence so that you can continue to do this with newer and heavier weight. I'm going to post a link to stretch reflexes so you can read about it a bit more, because I'm not going to go into it in depth in this video. One of the third things I see in a lot of people is just incorrect breathing. A lot of people know you're supposed to take a big deep breath before you squat, but they don't know exactly where that breath is supposed to go. I've done this in the past. You take a big deep breath, you fill your chest up with air, you go down, you feel good, and the bar just doesn't come up as fast as you think it should. And if you look at how your squat looks, you're leading with your chest the entire way up, and that's because you filled it with air. So what you need to do is take a big belly full of air. You should feel your abdominals push against the belt if you're wearing one, and it should feel as if you're about to take a punch, which is the way I kind of teach some newer lifters to do it. Lastly, one of the biggest issues I see is the exact opposite of leading with the chest, and that's leading with the hips, or the hips rising too early to be more exact. What people will do is they'll get into the hole, and then their hips will shoot up and kind of straighten their legs out. And the biggest problem with this is that it'll throw the bar over your toes, which your bar wants to sit somewhere around the mid-foot to heel area. Now, the way I coach people to fix this is to quote-unquote gap back under the bar. And by this, I just mean to get the bar back over the middle of your foot. I can teach people to do this by telling them to essentially push their upper back into the bar, which is the same example of saying chest up, but I just have, more success telling people that. Now, this isn't to be confused with people who squat with a much more forward torso angle, because this all depends on someone's body mechanics. And there are plenty of very successful squatters who lean forward, which seems a bit more than you should to some people, but it's just how their bodies are built. That's all for today's video, guys. And I know what you're thinking, why should we listen to this guy? I mean, do you even lift? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Any questions, comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time.